possible brands, and I always like to acknowledge them. First on the list is Chanashito. Chanashito is Ghana's #1 pepper sauce, and quite a number of people are watching us all the way from Nigeria. And what I like about my Nigerian audience is that they're very familiar with the Chanashito. So today we have a guest who is also coming from Nigeria, and we definitely will give her one of the souvenirs to take back home and then let us know what the feedback is. The Shito here and the Shito she's enjoying way back in Lagos or Abuja. Which one is better off? I want to believe it's the one from here. Original remains original. And anytime you want Shito, always ensure it is from Chana. Her number is right now at the base of your screen, and you can pick it up. Some of you are looking for extra income streams. This is one possible way to begin to do some kind of business with Chanashito. The bottling is on point, the packaging is on point. I mean, when you present it to people, they love it. The taste is also really good. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Kubura Diamonds for my outfit. It's good and I like it. Twine Craft always takes care of my accessories. Awake purified natural drinking water also keeps us hydrated. And you're welcome once again to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. Across social media platforms, we talked about the fact that a book is coming and the author is going to be here to be able to talk to us about why she wrote this book and what need this particular book is supposed to be meeting. Sheyi is here, and I'm so excited to introduce her to you, and she's going to introduce the book as well. But before she does that, or before I introduce her to you, I'd like us to take a look at who Sheyi is. We're able to find out a few things about her that we would like to share with you. When we return, we get to meet with her up close and personal. So stay tuned.
Sheyi Banigbe is a multifaceted lady who is passionate about Africans being financially empowered alongside living their dreams. She is a trained lawyer with an MBA from the Imperial College, London. She obtained her law degree from the University of Lagos and was thereafter called to the Nigerian bar. She is a certified member of the Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators, ICSA UK, and the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators, CIARB UK. Sheyi started her legal career working for many years in the Tax and Corporate Advisory Unit of PricewaterhouseCoopers Nigeria, and thereafter became Company Secretary and Legal Advisor for upstream oil and gas company SunTrust Oil. She currently sits on the board of several leading organizations. Sheyi has a strong entrepreneurial spirit and as a result has started several successful businesses in Nigeria. She is the founder of popular jewelry brand Bland to Glam, which retails across several upscale malls in Nigeria. Sheyi is the creator and host of Nigeria's most syndicated talk show, Binging with Game Changers, which airs on stations nationwide. She is a founding partner with Nibo and Tak Legal Practitioners and is also the founder of Deterge Nigeria, a facility management firm that specializes in the disinfecting and repair of water dispensers. Sheyi is fondly called the Queen of Success Talk, as she's indeed passionate about educating and inspiring Nigerians to be the best in their respective fields of work.
You're welcome back to the studios of ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. We just got to know a little bit about Sheyi. We'll find out a lot more when I introduce her. So we're talking about her book, and it's called Can You Handle Help? And I'm sure quite a number of people are like, okay, everybody likes to be helped, so I'm sure I can handle help. But we'll get to find out what kind of help Sheyi is talking about. Let me introduce her, and then we take a look at what the book is all about. Sheyi, you're welcome to the studios of African Women's Voices show.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
Nice.
Thank you.
So how was the journey?
Oh, nice, I must say, yes. I got into Ghana this morning. It was smooth. Thank you.
Pretty smooth, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so could you pronounce your surname so we all try to get used to it?
Easy. Banigbe.
Banigbe.
Yes.
You see? Sheyi Banigbe is here. And did I pronounce it properly?
Yes.
Excellent. So today we're talking about Can You Handle Help?
Help,
So let's
yes.
take a look a little bit about what the book is all about, and then we continue.
Can You Handle Help arms you with practical knowledge on how to achieve your professional goals and home management goals all at the same time. In this book, Sheyi Baniwe offers proven strategies and relatable experiences on how to hire, retain, and optimize domestic help successfully. If you pay anyone to help you with cleaning and any other menial tasks, then this book will help you manage this relationship effectively.
Now you have an idea of what kind of help it is she's referring to. So if you're paying some people to do certain tasks for you, you need to know if you can handle those helping hands. Why did you decide to write this book, Can You Handle Help?
Thank you very much, Eunice, for having me. Lovely question. Why did I decide to write it? So, I grew up telling myself, you know, even while I was young, I was never going to hire any domestic help when I became an adult and needed to, you know, was able to pay. I got married and started having kids, and you know, even when I got married, I said I'm never going to hire domestic help. I don't, you know, and because of things I'd seen and experienced growing up, I just felt, you know what, I don't want to have to put anyone through any form of, you know, just that experience. And I detailed that in the book. And this is 12 years after. And I've become someone that, you know, would sit down and tell you, you know what, you actually need a help. Let me tell you how to hire right, retain right, you know, and optimize domestic help. So I've been through a journey, you know, from never ever wanting to hire to now, you know, hiring and, you know, even teaching people how to hire right and retain. So I document all of that. It's been a series of trials, you know, trying, testing, surveys, you know, my own experience, other people's experience. And I realized, you know, I just came to the realization that, you know, as you said in my introduction, I run quite a number of businesses. I've built, you know, a very strong legal career. And I always say it boldly anyway, I do not think I would have built all that I've built today if
you didn't have
help. If I didn't have help. So with that in mind, I felt very, very convicted to write this because I believe it will set a lot of people free, especially women. Because there's just something kids do to you, you know, sometimes home management, it consumes you.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you start to ask yourself, what have I done with my life? And I don't want that to be anyone's, you know, experience. I thought to write the book.
All right, we'll be going for a quick commercial break. When we return, we're going to be finding out from her exactly what aspect she was able to handle in Can You Handle Help? And I know that some of us who are watching right now as women are likely to be saying, I'm not so sure I want someone to take care of my children. I want to be able to bond with them better. So that's why I want to be the one that would take care of them, do everything for them. But you know, work-life balance. How would you balance taking care of children, of the home, yourself, church activities, social activities? There's quite a lot of things going on. That's why she's saying you need help, but you need to find a way to be able to handle the people that you are actually paying to take care of certain things in your home. When we return, I need you to prepare yourself to call in and we'll have a lot more conversation. Do stay tuned. You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. Just before we went on the break, Sheyi explained that she was someone who never thought about actually having to make use of helping hands because she felt like, oh yeah, I'll be able to do quite a lot of things on my own. But as she got married and had children and saw that she needed to be able to build her entrepreneurial empire, she realized that she needed help. And now she has this help, and she also needs to be able to handle these helping hands that are actually seeing her through some of the things that she couldn't actually do at the same time while trying to follow up on her career and also being an entrepreneur. So she put all that knowledge in this book that is titled, Can You Handle Help? In the course of the program, we're going to announce to you how you get it and where you can meet Sheyi as she's here in Ghana. She's touring Ghana and she'll be here for a few days, after which she'll go back to Nigeria. But don't worry, you're going to have access to the book from wherever you are, and we'll let you know how. So let's come back to Sheyi. I want to believe that you've put your phone close to you because very soon I'm going to be opening the phone lines, and I'd like you to speak to us about what you've experienced in the hands of domestic help. Because quite a number of us may not have too good experience, some may also have good experiences, and we would like to share it all to be able to get people informed and educated about how to go about handling the helping hands that they get to employ or bring on board to see them through. Now, let's talk a little bit about the book. I wouldn't want you to like give it all out because people need to be able to read the book, to be able to, grab what it is that they need to grab from it. But I just want you to just give me a hint of how do we hire? Where do we look? Should we really look into our villages? A lot of times we're looking for people from our village, maybe a niece or a family member. Does it really help to be able to look those ways to get that kind of help that we need?
I mean, the truth is, everybody has their specification, if I can put it that way. Some of us like people from a certain background, a particular sex, But whatever it is, it's important that there's some ground rules. And that's a beautiful thing I do in the book, which is I actually give you questions. I say in the book that you can't be emotional when interviewing or recruiting a help. So whether you're tired or not, no matter how you're feeling, you have outline questions, and that's one good thing about the book. There's about 15 questions thereabout that you should ask, because it's important to know who this person is, where they're coming from. Have they done this before? Mm-hmm. If you are trying to get someone to help you with the kids, have they even ever lived with kids? These things are important, and there's a process to it. The same way, not just anyone will walk into an organization and be hired.
True.
It's the same way, not just anyone can walk into your home and be hired. And the intense thing about domestic help, for most of us, they sleep in our house. Like, that's the most intimate and private space you have. So we definitely have to be careful and vigilant of the kind of people we bring into our space. But also, on the other hand, we need them. So, it's a very interesting dynamic. Yes.
Okay. So, Director, I'd like us to open the phone lines right now. And the question I'm putting out there is, what has been your experience about domestic helps? Do you think it's something you want to continue with, or something that you feel like, you know what, I've not had a good experience. I really need to get this book to be able to find out why I'm not getting it right. I've had to hire about 10 people, and they all couldn't stay because they couldn't meet the demands or what it is I needed, the standards I had set, they couldn't meet it. So I must be doing something not so right. Therefore, I need to have this book to know how to turn things around for myself. So the number is 0555 65 7278. And if you're calling from outside Ghana, remember to add the +233 if you're calling from outside Ghana. So let's hear from you. What has been your experience with domestic help? So before we go over there, as they're struggling to get through the lines, what are some of the experiences you've grabbed, as you've been touring and doing your live sessions on Instagram or Facebook? What have you gathered from people about their experience?
Yes, a lot of people deal with, there's just a lot. Theft, that's very common. And one thing I'd like to tell people is, and one thing that motivated me to write this book is, after so many years, I realized these people are actually not complex. That's the people that come out and say, I want to be a domestic, they're not complex. And that's why it's actually a short read. And I also noticed that a lot of them, 95% of them actually think alike. So I say, instead of always playing a guessing game with every person you hire, let's put out some things that are, deal breakers and are must-haves when you hire a help. And let's make life easy for everyone. So theft, is a major thing. And this day of social media, I've been having a lot of Instagram lives, recently to promote the book. And there was someone that said, she was scrolling on TikTok and saw the help dancing with her baby. She doesn't even post her baby online. And then she saw the help, doing videos and all of that with
her baby.
Yes.
Unauthorized.
Unauthorized. There was someone else I was having a live with, where she then said, by the way, I usually have the lives on my social media platform at Sheyban, SHEYIBAN on Instagram. And someone said, she hired a help. She herself and the husband were at home. The moment she stepped out, all of a sudden she goes to the husband, her waist is aching. Can the husband help her? Check this. There's so much people go through.
The impetus.
I know.
How would the house help go to the boss and say
did.
the neck is paining her? So
within 1 week of being hired, she came with a purpose.
Wow.
But on the flip side, I hear stories like there was someone, her name is Bilkis. We had an Instagram live together, and she says I was doing my master's in MIT, and at that point she had a baby.
Okay.
She literally would not have been able to finish her master's.
Hold your thought.
Yeah,
I hear we have a caller right now.
All
Hello,
right.
caller. What's your name and where are you calling us from? The line dropped. Okay, please try and call back, okay? So, Shay, please go ahead.
Yeah, so, she went on and on about how sometimes she's in class till 1 a.m. And, the nanny is there with the baby. I would even call her, say, should I take the baby home because I need to go put my own kids to bed? She was that helpful. And from doing her master's, she came up with a business idea that has now become a global company.
Okay.
Just because she had a help that could see her through that 1 year of being in MIT and then grabbing a business. So this having help.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, good evening. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Prosper. I'm from. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Your name is?
My name is Prosper from Kenya.
Okay, from Tema. Please go ahead and share.
Kenya Community Drive.
Okay. Tell us.
Yeah. My question is that me and the lady we are dating. The time we start.
Your question is that they are dirty?
Yes, like they can start to date. Right now, just now I meet the lady. And then she told me that I should have protection for her some time before she come accept for me. But I don't have confidence that she will accept or she will not accept.
Okay. So
I want to know, is it true that how she said she wants to study me and know my character before she wants to accept me? Is it because of he want to study me, that's why he said
or whether it's just an excuse. Maybe she's just giving an excuse. That's why she's saying, okay, I want to study you. Okay, so there's somebody that he's having a conversation with. So please just listen to us, okay? We'll respond to your message right now. So his concern is he's trying to hire someone, and then the person says, I want to study you first before I come. So he wants to know, is this supposed to be a delayed tactic? Maybe the person has another offer somewhere and wants to weigh her options, or is that the person doesn't really want to come but is trying to be nice about it, then says, okay, I need time to think about it.
I don't see how that person would even study him or her without, that interaction. So I'd say that I don't think that person wants to work. If you really want to work, you come, you start. I mean, we have people that resign after a week or two. It's better you come in, do the job, you experience the person, and you're like, nah, I don't think, we don't vibe. And then you leave politely. I think that's a better way to do things. Not saying you want to study from afar. Nah.
Okay, so I want to believe you have your answer right now. So it's kind of like a delay tactic. So if you have another option,
please,
you should just explore that option, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and I wish you all the best all the way in Tema Community 25. The phone lines are still active, and what we want to hear from you is what your experience has been with domestic help. Right now, during her live interactions, Sheyi has actually heard some people say that they found their babies dancing on TikTok with their helps, unauthorized. And then someone else too had an agenda and wanted to give herself away to the boss, the male boss. So have you had that kind of experience? Have you had someone who came in and now wants to take over your house and probably move you away from your house and take over? What has been your experience and how were you able to mitigate it? Have you found solutions now? If you've not found solutions, we're going to provide one for you, and that is for you to get the book, Can You Handle Help? And we'll tell you where to get the book. All right? All right. So are there other experiences you would like to share with us?
Well, there's a whole lot. There's people that have complained about hygiene. You have hygiene. And that's one thing I delve into in the book. And this issue of sexuality as well. There's one thing I emphasize. I say, look, you're the boss. Because sometimes a lot of us don't carry ourselves and relate with this, our employees as though we are the boss. It's your house. Your house is your company. It's an organization. You hired someone. There is a, the code of conduct. If the person can't align, please leave. You can't in your own house, be worked up and angry every day. It's not healthy for you. So you should, and a lot of these things, you should itemize it. So, and that's one thing I do in the book. I even give you, a sort of framework, timetable. Okay, this is how to structure. Because when you hire people, people have job descriptions. Sometimes we don't help, we help the helps as well. Or we just expect them to know that they're meant to wake up and do this. And at night they should do that. No, that's not fair. So there's so many things that honestly I delve into, delve in the book, and that's why I think everyone that as long as you hire someone to either clean for you, cook for you, do anything for you, pay someone, you should read the book, whether you're male or female. But I know especially the women should be reading this book, because
Okay, while we're waiting for you to get through the lines, we mentioned earlier that she's someone who's got a lot of entrepreneurial prowess. And her journey being an entrepreneur has been a very good one, because she's actually having to own chains of companies. So you wonder, how is this person able to get all of this? She's also a TV host, and I'd like you to see what it is she does, for those of you who haven't seen her hosting her show. So let's see her entrepreneur journey. She did that on her show. So let's get to meet with her on set.
So is that my camera or this one? Okay. So I'm Seyi Banigbe, and I'm a lawyer. And no, you won't find me in the courtroom, but you find me in boardrooms, yes. I'm a serial entrepreneur as well, and I have quite a number of successful businesses under my belt. I'll tell you a bit about a few of them. So there's Bland to Glam. I started Bland to Glam to make amazing costume jewelry accessible to Nigerians. I started binging with Game Changers. Yes, I created the talk show to inspire Nigerians to be the best, at their jobs and to live their best lives, basically. I started Deterge. Yes, Deterge Nigeria, to help Nigerians clean water dispensers and get their dispensers disinfected easily and regularly. So let's just say I enjoy starting and scaling businesses. So in my over a decade of building a career and building businesses, if there's one thing that has helped me build my businesses and career to this point, is having help. There's no succeeding in any profession without getting help in home management and with your menial tasks. And that's why I wrote this book. Can you handle help? Yes. If you're able to optimize domestic help, you are able to free yourself of so much and focus on your life goals. Then you are able to thrive in career or with your business. I need to succeed, and I know you need to succeed, so you need to get this book, Can You Handle Help? And dig into the nuggets and secrets I share on how to optimize domestic help. Let's succeed together.
You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show. So you've seen her on set and how she appears there. So today we have a TV host that is being hosted by another TV host. Quite interesting. And she has also explained to us her entrepreneurial journey and how she's been able to open up several other brands, even within having to still do the hosting of the TV show. Though part of the TV hosting is also part of the entrepreneurial thing that she's doing, it's also part of the company, but I mean, she's multifaceted, and it's something that we really want a lot of women to delve into. Let's not have just one income stream. It doesn't help at all. I'm going over to our Facebook page so that we see what people are saying over there. I see Theo Owusu Ansah. He says, happy birthday, my lovely friend Eunice Kweku Tonya. You are such an amazing, intelligent, beautiful, and virtuous woman. On this special day of yours, I pray for favor and grace to continue what you're doing to make impact in the lives of people. You will always be a voice for the African women. Much love, my dear. And then the love emojis. Thank you so much, Theo. And I see he's written there, can you handle help? And he's done this sign, more like, okay, I think I like this. So then he is trying to outline what he's been able to grasp from the conversation. He says theft, hygiene. These two things is what he has noticed that people complain about. So he's looking out for it now if he needs to hire somebody to help him. Theo seems to be very active on the line today. So he also has sent some emojis to Seyi He sent Shay so many heart emojis. So he's also loving what you're saying. Then he said, domestic helpers are not complex, and most of them think the same way. So he's kind of outlining what Shay mentioned. So don't think that they are complex people and they're so difficult to deal with. Quite a number of them think the same way. So the fact that you just get up and you think that, okay, you wake up in the morning, you do ABC without telling them, this is how I want it, this is when I want it, they will also just sit down and do things the way they want, unless you streamline it and say, when you wake up at this time, I need you to do ABC. So put a structure to it. Do not expect that they should know, because some of them may come and not be able to deliver. I see Nanama Abokuma. She says, glorious birthday, Mrs. T. You are such an amazing woman, and being the host of the African Men's Voices show is not an accident. I thank God our paths crossed. Enjoy bliss on your birthday, sis. And she has blown me several kisses. Thank you so much. And I see quite a number of people sending me waves that they are watching across Africa. I see waves coming in through Ouagadougou. I see from Morocco, from Cairo, from Abuja, Newi, Oka, Zamfara, where again, I see Abuja once again. Lagos, Nigeria, you're sending in your waves that you're watching, and I really need you to give her, all the support. Please give her all the support and ensure that you share for quite a number of people to see that she's here today and also access the book. All right? Thank you very much. So we're coming back to Shay now. Shay, now that we've heard people kind of outlining what it is that you have said, it means that people are following the conversation so far. So far, so good. The phone lines are still very active. You can still call in and give us your opinion around the book and what you did to be able to, experience the kind of service you're experiencing right now, if it is good or not so good. When I went through what you do on social media, I realized that you also share financial tips, with people. And I think it's one thing that as women, we need to really emphasize on. We'll still get back to the book, but let's kind of look at what you do outside the book and look at how you've been able to groom yourself to become an entrepreneur that you are right now. From your experience, what are some of the financial tips you think that you need to share with women for them to expand their horizon?
Thanks for the question. I would say one thing I'm quick to tell anybody I meet is start. It's actually that easy. Start. A lot of us, we're fantastic at just lying down and dreaming. You see yourself in that store, selling the clothes, or doing this, writing a book. Okay, it's okay, yes, dream, but start. And most times when you start horribly, but start. When you do something and it's not as good, ideas come for you to get it better and better and better. But to keep waiting till there is a perfect time, the perfect time never comes. So start. Do it shabbily at first, but start.
Do it shabbily, but start.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue with the rest of the tips, the financial tips, after this break. Do not go away. You're welcome back to ETV Ghana's African Women's Voices show, where we're discussing, can you handle help? And the help we're talking about is domestic help. So if you're paying someone to actually do some kind of service or work for you, you need to have this book. Be you a woman or a man. But this program is actually for women, even though we know that most women watch with their partners and their spouses. We really want you to go out and look for this book and get it, because you would appreciate the fact that you got it. So this comes to the time when I get to ask her how we get to access this book, either online or on ground. How do we get this book? Now that you've told us about the fact that, oh, there's some tips in it, oh, there's some questions in it, oh, there's certain things you need to do to be able to understand these people because they all think alike. And you didn't tell us any of them, so we need to get the book. How do we get it?
Yay, I finally get to tell you how to get the book. Yes. Okay, so we're at Video Bookstore. Video Bookstore, I know they have a bookstore on Oxford Street.
That's Osu.
Osu, yes, and I know there's another one. So there's Video. You could also buy it online at www.videostore.com. Okay. You could also get on our Instagram at Can You Handle Help, and send us a DM, and we'll take your order there. We're also at EPP Bookshop.
Okay.
EPP Bookshop, yeah. So I think that's about 4 platforms I've mentioned. You can find
And
us
that's
there.
not bad. They're quite popular platforms here in Ghana. So
Thank
Vidya.
you.
Yeah, you did well with the Vidya and with the EPP Bookshop. And then the simplest form for those of you who are social media savvy, just go on to the Instagram page, can you handle help? And then you make your request and they'll put you through how to be able to get it. You were mentioning earlier that you're going to have a meet and greet session.
Yes.
So where is
I'm
it
excited.
happening?
Yes, I mean, I'm in Ghana for a few days, and I thought, why would people only see me on TV? I'm going to be on several, I'm going to have several gigs and all of that. But I want to meet people. I want to hug. I want to. I want to answer questions. I want to ask questions. So yes, we're having a meet and greet on Saturday at Yenkodi Bar. It's at East Legon. And it's actually 2 events that day. So I do a live reading at 6 p.m. at Inanse Library, also at East Legon. Then from about 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., I'll be at the Yenkodi Bar. And guys, pop in. There'll be drinks, finger foods, please,
Nice.
please. I wanna chat with you, meet you, and all of that. Yeah. So there's so you have 2 options. If you want to come between 1 to 5 p.m., I'll be at Yenkodi Bar at East Legon. Evening time, 6 p.m., Nancy Library for the live reading, and we'll get to interact and do that together.
I hope you all got that information clear. Just remember that if you want to get the book, you need to go onto the Instagram page at Can You Handle Help? Ask the question, and then they'll be able to put you through how to access the book, okay? Or Vidya Bookshop.
Yeah.
EPP Bookshop also stocks it. So then, I want to believe that you understand that part. Let's go to our Facebook page and see what's going on there and what people are saying about it. All right, so I see some messages on Facebook, and it goes this way. Oh, I really want to get the book, but is there any other way? Okay, I'm sure this actually came before I announced it, so I'm repeating it. Just go on their Instagram page at Can You Handle Help, and then you ask your questions, they will help you, okay? All right. Then someone else is saying, okay, I had a terrible experience with the help, and it was the fact that I felt she was sluggish or lazy. So I spoke to her about it and how concerned I was about her attitude. And the next day, she left my house. Whoa. So it means this particular help is one that doesn't want to accept correction. So I think she was being sluggish, and the madam probably said, I don't like when you are sluggish.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the girl just left without even telling her anything.
Yeah, so this is something I actually address in the book. There's what we say, and there's how we say what we say.
Okay.
It's very, so there's some things we should say and should not say. There's also some things we should say, but how are we saying those things that we should say? So you and I were not there. We don't know. I mean, I could tell you, oh, hi, Eunice, you're quite sluggish today. Is everything okay? And like I say, sluggish. Look at you.
The sneer. There's a sneer in the second one. So the girl actually felt belittled.
Yeah, and the truth is, trust me, guys, I've been there whereby someone does something and your hands are shaking, you want to slap, you want to say, we are human. But I address this in the book. There's how to handle our emotions and our tongue and our body language and a whole lot when dealing with these guys. There's a way to. Because yes, they're sensitive, and yes, many of them have left right after being reprimanded, in similar situations.
Okay. All right. So another question here is, how best can I communicate how I want things done? My help doesn't seem to listen. So it looks like they give her the rules. We need you to present, your work this way, but feels like, I already know how to do this thing, so I'm doing it my own way.
Yeah. So if you hired someone, say you owned a company, and you hired someone and you trained them, first week, second week, this is how we want to get things done, and consistently they're going against the training, what would you do? What did you do,
Yeah,
Eunice?
I'll let you go.
Let you go. Why do we always think that this helps? We must beat them into submission, whatever it takes to make them. No, let the person go.
I think it's the fact that a lot of times women are not able to find a replacement. So that's why they always
That's why you want to kill another person's child.
They want to try to convince that person to stay so that they don't have to replace.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you change over and over and it affects the children. Because today is Ngozi, next time is Blessing, Fatih, like different people
that's
keep coming.
Not good for kids. I mean, there's room for training. That's why I said you train, and then you train, and you train, and you train. Come on. It's, I mean, just like there's some people that are like goats. It's a goat that you say, go left, and they'll stand and not go. So if the person doesn't want to change, at the end of the day, human beings are the most complex beings, species ever. That person, and that's the thing, a lot of times these people are so different. There's a lot of times, there's a reason why a human being is doing what they're doing. They're not mad. So you're saying, do this, do that. In her mind, she's thinking where I'm coming from. So they think differently. Some will say, where I'm coming from, this is not how we do it. And this, in fact, this place is an abomination where I'm from. There could be so many reasons. So if you say it first time, second time, third time, fourth time, for your peace of mind, for you to live long, please let the person go.
Find a replacement.
There's been times in my life where I have more joy and peace when I don't have help than having a certain kind of person. I don't know if you're saying. Some people are trouble and they just get you worked up, angry. You're in your house and you're angry, you're shaking. That's not healthy.
It's not healthy at all. Well, interestingly, our 1 hour is up, but I'm not going to let Sheyi leave without giving us her final words. So, Sheyi, what would be your final words?
I can't believe 1 hour is gone.
It is.
And I was hoping we could give someone a book on the show. Yeah. Yeah, so what do I want to say? Of course, I'll say get the book. And then secondly, I would say follow me on Instagram at Sheiban, SHEYIBAN. But thirdly, I would say get help. For some people don't even have kids. Some don't have a family yet. But in life, I like to know what your priorities are. Know where you want to see yourself in 5, 10 years. And dedicate a good chunk of your time to that. Because if you're focused and living a very purposeful life, there'll be some things you can't afford to give time to. Please get help. And then, so that you can be more productive. At the core of it, writing this book and pushing, this narrative is so people can live successful lives. A lot of us have dreams. We were all created with gifts, and we need to bless the world with the gifts that we have. Some of us want to release albums. Some of us are the next playwright, next, author. But we're not doing anything because we're constantly washing dishes or washing clothes. Get help and live your dreams.
And live your dreams. Excellent. So Sheyi just mentioned that she would like to make somebody get one of these books. So if you're able to call within the next few seconds, you're likely going to be the lucky person to win this book. So let's try it out. Director, can we put the phone number on the screen one more time? So somebody calls in to be the one to get a copy of the book. 0555 65 7278. So give us a call right away and be the one to get the chance to actually have this copy of Can You Handle Help? The help we're talking about is about domestic help. So we've streamlined it. People always are looking for help one way or the other, but this case is about domestic help. Are you the one who is going to come through with a call right now? I really want you to win this. All right, so let me go to... We have a caller already. All right, hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Nakisa.
Nakita, where are you calling us from?
Nafisa, calling from Medina.
Nafisa calling from Medina.
Yeah.
Okay, Nafisa, congratulations. You have won yourself a copy of Can You Handle Help?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I really appreciate. So how do I get the book?
So
How do I
please
collect it?
come here to ETV Studios. We're in Asylum Down. Meanwhile,
All right.
the director is going to pick up your phone number right now. So do
Thank
not cut
you.
the line.
Yay.
They'll pick your number
I'm so
and then
happy. I'm
they connect with
excited.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. So enjoy the
Bye.
rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye.
All right. And
was fun.
that was really fun. She was just standing by and then So on that happy note, I'd like to say this is where we draw the curtains on tonight's edition of African Women's Voices Show. We had a great time with Sheyi, and she's going to be also having the meet and greet session. And please follow her on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Follow her, Sheyi Banigbe. Sheyi Banigbe.
Yes, Sheyi Banigbe.
Uh-huh.
Instagram is Sheyiban, SHEYIBAN, and Twitter as well. Thank you.
All right. Follow her, and then you get to know where she's going to be, okay? Thank you very much. The repeat broadcast of this show is going to be coming up on Saturday at 9 a.m. So if you missed a part of it, please watch. It was also streamed on Facebook. You can go on our pages to be able to watch it. It will be uploaded on YouTube tomorrow, so catch a glimpse of it. Until we meet again, do enjoy. Okay, director, I say that the whole team is wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. So grateful. And thank you one more time to those of you who sent me all the messages and all the WhatsApp and all the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So until we meet, do enjoy the rest of our interesting lineup.